Right guys, as promised, a quick deck profile from this terrible Orcust build that I used to come top 8 at Hatfield Regional last week. Not next week, that'd be quite difficult. So, starting off, Assault Beast and 3 Star Reflectors. This was fine, it was actually okay. It's a 1-card starter for the engine and brings a cool combo. The biggest issue that I had all weekend was actually drawing this guy, because that hurt in my soul a lot. Next starter engine, Neospatians. Again, just standard. 2 Nightmare, 3 Harp Horror, 2 Symbol Skeleton, 1 World Wand. I think there's some other ratios going around, but I hadn't really played the deck and this just seemed like the most bog standard one. 2 Silent Boots and 1 Ancient Cloak. Again, I think it's one of the ratios people are playing around with. This was fine. It meant that I generally always had a target. It wasn't an issue. 3 Ash Blossom. 1 is definitely gone because I was borrowing it. Not many people play the hand traps. I think Ash is really good. I need some more cards for the deck, so I just put it in. 1 World Chalice Guard Dragon. This card was actually okay. Even not in the combo I'll show you in a minute, this was still okay throughout the day. Monster Bomb, because it's Monster Bomb. Rotor. Platinum Rare, Foolish Burial. How could you play any other rarity? 3 Call by the Grave, 3 Twin Twister, 1 World Legacy Succession, Orchestrated Babel, Pot of Greed, and Emergency Teleport. This is obviously used to bring out the Star Reflector as another extender. It was pretty good. Didn't really have any complaints over it. It was always live, obviously. It's always an extra monster. It means if you get hand trapped, then it's another extender for the deck. I actually need to put Instant Fusion in this. I think Instant Fusion would have been a really good addition. Taking out, there's plenty of things you can take out of this. It's far from optimal. Fogblade, 1 in each rarity, because why not? 2 Crescendo. The reason for this was because I'm terrible, and in testing I'd always draw my Crescendo, and I wanted to be able to add another Crescendo if I didn't want the field spell. So, thought, fuck it, we'll play 2. And the worst card in the deck, Assault Mode Activate. It's still cool, it's still a combo. Like, it's necessary. You don't draw it all the time, even if it feels like you do. Side deck, Gnome. I played 2 just to see how it was, really. It was okay. I used it against Pendulum on the Guard Dragon. It was meh. 3 Crackdown. This card was actually hilarious because against Orcust, it's surprisingly brutal, even in the mirror, because you just flip this, take the Galatau, and then they normally end up having to pass turn. You turn the Galatau into a Dingrisu, and yeah, it's just pretty sick. Apart from when I got fed up with True Draco, Crackdown in my monsters. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put Crackdown in against them. So when they crackdown me, I can crackdown it back. And then they crackdowned me. And I cracked down them. And you know what they did? They had another crackdown. True Draco. Imperial Order, obviously. 2 MST, 1 Cosmic Cyclone. I've been asked a lot why these ratios. It is because these are what I had in Ulti and what I had available. I couldn't find any more Cosmics, otherwise I'd probably played 3 of them. But this way it looked pretty. Red Reboot, this was wicked. Obviously. 3 Phantasme. Phantasme was just, it put us back this, that's good. Otherwise I'd just put it in against random decks to just to try and get a better hand when I go. The extra deck, Ib. This card's really good. Borrowload Savage, Cyberburst Quantum. I didn't actually make Cyberburst Quantum, it was cool, but it was not broken. Breaksword. Breaksword actually did come up because it let me go my Phantom Knight guys. I'd opened a hand of these two. This is really strange circumstance. So I'd opened a hand of these two. They had rivalry, or goes on board rivalry, I believe. So I made these two into Breaksword, use Breaksword to pop it, and then just sort of let you keep playing from there. 2 Dingrisu, 1 Longarisu, never made this, probably should have at some point. 2 Galatau, it should have been 3, but I could only find 2, and I had to borrow the ulti one. Avramax, I used it, I'm not really sure why I used it. I did summon it once just so I could say I'd summoned it, but it wasn't that great. Borrowsword, that card was good. Rusty Body, and then your Nightmare package. So that is the deck, nice and simple. Like I say, changes I'd make. I'd put a 3rd Galatau in. Is that even how you say it? Galatay? However you say it, I'd put another one of them in. And I would put in an instant fusion target because the main deck definitely needed instant fusions as just another extender for the opening board. Right, let's show you one of the better combos in the deck. Okay, so the most common question I got asked when people saw this deck was, why are you playing Ib? The reason I played Ib was because it's a new card, it's cool, it seems pretty good. So I thought, who cares, we'll put a 1-card combo into the deck. It's only a one-of, but nonetheless, it's a combo. It'll make Ib and give us a board where we end with like 5 negates and set up for next turn. So the way it works is you need an open hand that contains Emergency Teleport, Neospace Connector or Rotor. There is another one that I'll show you in a minute, but this is the most optimal. So you start off and you go Connector. Connector will bring out the Aquadolphin. Put that there for now. Then you want to go Emergency Teleport. That will bring out Reflector. Reflector's effect will activate and it will bring out the Assault Beast. Wait, that won't happen yet, sorry. So it'll add Assault Beast to hand, Assault Beast will go to the graveyard to add Assault Mode Activate to hand. And then you'll reveal the Assault Mode Activate to bring out the Assault Beast. You can make it whatever level you feel like, to be honest. From here, we use the Reflector and the Neospace Connector to make Ib. Ib's effect will activate and give us World Legacy Succession. We will then turn Ib and Assault Beast into Nightmare Cerberus. Nightmare Cerberus will special summon out World Legacy Guard Dragon, which I guess we'll put there for now. After this, it's just about really the standard Orcust combo. Your positioning just matters a little bit, so you go Mermaid, discard the Assault Mode Activate. You can keep the Assault Mode Activate actually for like later turns if you've got something better to discard, because obviously you need this to use any more Reflectors that you might get. Very sort of conditional, which depends if you have another Orcust you want to pitch or anything like that. So that will special summon out our Orcust Nightmare. We then use the World Legacy Succession to bring back Ib. Ib and Aquadolphin will give you a Borrowload Savage with a Nightmare Cerberus. These two will go together to give us a Galatau. Yeah, Galatau. And then you go Orcust Nightmare to send a Harp Horror. Harp Horror to bring out a Symbol Skeleton. I'm assuming most people know this bit by now, so I'll just run through it really quickly. We'll go into Rusty. Rusty's effect will activate and send an Ancient Cloak to the graveyard to set a fog blade. Ancient Cloak will give us a Silent Boots. Special summon out the Silent Boots because you control a Phantom Knight. That is relevant in a second. Banish off the... that's meant to be there. Banish off the Symbol Skeleton for Galatau. And then this is where we just put the final touches on this board. Galatau's effect. Shuffle back in Harp Horror to give us an Orcust Crescendo. And then we want to make Galatau into Dingrisu, using Dingrishu's effect to attach a Symbol Skeleton. You then turn the Silent Boots and the Dingrisu into, you guessed it, another Galatau. And then use Silent Boots to give us our final Fog Blade. One of these cards went to the graveyard a little while ago for the Mermaid. Maybe one went to the graveyard for Dolphin, depending on if you chose to activate its effect. So out of your 5-card hand, you have one left. Up to you what it is, really. You've got the World Legacy Guard Dragon effect, you've got your 3 back row, and you've got Borrowload Savage. For next turn, you are sitting ready with a Symbol Skeleton and a Dingrisu in the graveyard, as well as Galatau, whichever way you decide to play out the next turn. So that was one of the combos that I pulled off. I think I did it twice. It didn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's pretty brutal and it's pretty good. Just another combo to show you how broken Emergency Teleport is in this build. This time you need Emergency Teleport, and then I've got a connector here, but this can be any level 4 monster. It could be Harp Horror, for example, so you've drawn that and ET, and you still need to make a play. You go Connector. Connector's effect will activate and you will get Veiled, and you will go, oh no, what do I do now? You activate Emergency Teleport. That will give you Psy Reflector. Psy Reflector will activate and give you your Assault Beast. You'll discard your Assault Beast to get your Assault Mode activate. Assault Mode activate is revealed by Psy Reflector to special summon Assault Beast. Again, whatever level you feel like. Make these two into the Ib. Ib's effect will activate and give you World Legacy Succession. You then turn these into a Nightmare Cerberus, and Ib will activate again to special summon out a World Legacy Guard Dragon. Cerberus becomes a Mermaid, and Mermaid will activate its effect, getting rid of the Assault Mode activate for an Orcust Nightmare. So, you need to activate World Legacy Succession now before you lock yourself into only special summoning Dark Monsters for the rest of the turn. So use World Legacy Succession to bring back Ib. We'll then go those two to make Galatau. Pretty standard play from now. Nightmare to banish, to send Harp Horror. Harp Horror to banish, to special summon Symbol Skeleton. You then turn these two into a Rusty, and you use Rusty's effect to send Ancient Cloak to set yourself Fog Blade. You banish off the Ancient Cloak to add Silent Boots, special summoning Silent Boots, because you control another Phantom Knight. Here's where we will then turn Ib and Silent Boots into Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's going to equip a Nightmare Cerberus. And then we will just finish off the Orcust combo as per normal with a Symbol Skeleton into a Galatau, using Galatau's effect to shuffle back your Nightmare, to set your Crescendo, and banishing the Silent Boots you just sent to get your other Fog Blade. So the difference between this combo and what that Veiler did was it stopped you prepping the Dingrisu with Symbol in graveyard, and that's all. Yeah, so emergency teleport in this build is actually really good. So yeah, they're two of the emergency teleport combos. If you want to see some more combos of the build with instant fusion, just let me know, because that's quite interesting then, because all you need is Psy Reflector and instant fusion, not even the emergency teleport, to get some pretty cool stuff going. Otherwise, yeah, catch you soon.